All right, guys, so I revisited Freyna as I promised you in my Freyna build video. And if you watch my Lepic build video, you guys know how much effort I put into these. I put the same effort into Freyna. It's just that Freyna's not a good character. Like, she kind of sucks. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Now, before you click off or dislike the video, just hear me out. I fucking love Freyna. Like, I really invested a lot into her. Her modules are not that good. Her Transcendent modules, even neurotoxin synthesis, it's decent against bosses. Like, yeah, really good against bosses, but she's not really a bossing character. But whatever, that's a whole nother story. If you guys want to take her into bosses, she can do decent. Most bosses are strong against poison. That's a whole nother story. But yeah, that's Freyna, guys. She's not that good, but let's go over the build real quick. So in case you just came for the build, I don't want to waste your time. It's probably gonna be a few minutes of a video. Don't want to waste none of your time. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys appreciate that. The build is going to be increased HP here. Obviously, you need help for survivability. Skilled extension is going to give you duration for your poison ticks and all that good stuff. Awesome, perfect. Also helps leave your poison on the floor a little bit longer. Focus on toxic is going to give you toxic skill power plus a little bit of cooldown so you can spam your one. Frugal mindset is going to give you skill cost reduction, as you can probably spam your one a little bit here and there. You will need some skill cost or you will run into mana issues. Skill effective range is super good on Freyna. That's pretty much what you're going to need. Skill cooldown here and HP for survivability. Then we're going into dangerous ambush, as enemies will not be targeting you often. Her extra bonus skill power damage ticks in a lot. Focus on tech is going to give us tech skill power modifier. That's going to allow us to do almost double damage with our poison ticks here. I tested it in the lab. Next up, we're going to go nimble fingers for some more cooldown for that first ability. And then amplification control. Unfortunately, like, this is giving us shields. We don't care about shields, but gives us more range. And then skill expansion. Now, if you're going to be thinking about switching this out for a more damaging mod, I've already done that, guys. Like right here, guys, I had defense and skill power modifier. You can slot that in perfectly fine. You lose a lot of range, but it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to tell you guys why, because damage is not Freyna's problem. She already does really good damage. As a matter of fact, the more damage you have on Freyna, the worse the character becomes. And this is why her whole kit is focused around Room Zero Trauma. Room Zero Trauma inflicts poison and spreads it to nearby enemies. If the enemies die too fast, guys, it will not spread the poison. It needs to spread the poison on death. Another problem it has is it ticks every 1.0 seconds. That is a very long time in combat. Like, if you shoot an enemy one time, they fucking die, guys. Like, it doesn't really matter. If you're going up against a tankier enemy, every 0.1 seconds is not a long time. Like 5 poison ticks at the most, really. So basically, Room Zero Trauma needs to reduce that damage interval to 0.5 seconds. And the fucking craziest thing is, even on her poison ticks, it's at 1.0 seconds. Like, why? Who asked for that? That shit's crazy to me. Honestly, Freyna's not that good, mainly due to that reason. Now, if you build her for pure skill power and not modifier, then you would be building mainly for her ult, which is really strong, but her passive works only against AoE and mobbing. So you completely negate her passive by going into bosses with her. Overall, like, not a good, well-designed kit at all. Freyna kind of sucks, guys. I have numerous examples I can show you guys. This is mainly if you're playing solo. Like, I think Freyna's okay, but if you're playing with people, they're not gonna wait 1 second for your damage to tick on an enemy. They're just gonna shoot them. If you're playing with a bunny, she's gonna snap her fucking fingers like Thanos and wipe the whole fucking screen out. So yeah, overall, this started out as a build video, just like my Lepic build video. Put hella time in. I was grinding. I was ready to share with you guys, pumped up. But after like fully breaking down Freyna's kit and trying out all her Transcendent mods, like, honestly, do not invest your time or money into Freyna just yet until she comes out with her ultimate or gets a better buff. They buffed her range. They need to fucking buff her damage interval on her poison or something else, because she is not that good. If they buffed her range a couple more, I don't know, maybe like double the range from what it is now, then she'd be good, because you could sacrifice some of your range mods for more duration. I don't know, honestly. Overall, Freyna's not good. I'm gonna recommend that you guys do not invest into her, as she doesn't do anything better than any other character in the game. Biesa shits on her in AoE clearing. Fucking Valby takes a dookie on her in AoE clearing. We're not gonna even mention Bunny. We're talking about bossing. So many characters do so much better than her. It's not even funny. Lepic, Bunny, Glay, Biesa. I don't know. She's not that good, guys. I'd recommend not investing into her. But this is the build if you guys want it. This is a really, really good build. Yeah. Y'all have a wonderful day. Peace out. So right now, this is going to be a great example, right? So let me try to inflict somebody with poison. Look. Okay, so this guy got insta died, but there's a guy way over there didn't get inflicted with a poison because this guy didn't tick for long enough. I have so much range on this build that there was a good chance that the poison would have spread. And this is just when you're playing with someone else, right? Obviously, playing solo, you would have a different experience, but it still is not good enough because if it insta kills the enemy, it won't spread the poison. Now let's see. Boom. So, oh look, boom. Those enemies insta died. Look how close this guy was right here. He was right there by them. He should have got inflicted with poison, but he didn't because they died too fast. Same thing just happened. Look, enemy was standing right next to them, didn't get inflicted with poison because they died too fast. Look, this dude died too fast, so it didn't inflict these guys. And that's the moral of Freyna. Like, that's how she works. That's